I'm great. I'm doing great. Today is July 16. Like I said, July 16 is like the Super Bowl in the Kazadis home. Like, we love July 16 because God has been so good to us and we just thank him. So I'm here in my car. I'm at Publix. I'm supposed to go get something, but I just have to get this testimony out of the way, because if I don't do it now, I'm probably never gonna do it. So yes, let me tell you the story and tell you how good God is. So in 2016, around June, I came back from my study abroad. I had a study abroad in Ireland, so I came back in June. I think it was June 4th. Everything was great. The wedding preparation was insane. We were so excited. Everything was amazing. We were really excited. Jimmy and I were really excited to get married. So it was just good. We were ready. And then something happened. So on June 10, I believe, June 10, I had my annual checkup with my gynecologist, and I mean, mind you, everything has always been perfect. Like, I never had any issues. So it was a normal checkup. I just went to the doctor. She took some blood and she did some blood tests, and then she called me back. She was like, I want you to come back, I think the next week. She wanted me to come back to the office because we needed to discuss some stuff. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I came back and she started telling me some crazy things. I don't even know. She was telling me like a condition that I had about my hormones. And she said that we had to work on my fertility for at least 2 years before I start trying to have a baby. And I was like, so I was just like, oh great. So I'm getting married in a month, and Jimmy and I have plans. We are planning on working on a baby 6 months after we get married, and now you're telling me that we are gonna work on my fertility. So right now I can't have a baby, and I don't even know what happened. Like, everything was perfect, and you don't, like, the doctor herself, she was like, I don't understand what happened, how I never cut that. And I was just like, this is insane. Like, what is going on? So it was really crazy, and I was debating in my head. I was like, I need to tell Jimmy. He needs to know. And I don't even know if it's gonna change his decision of marrying me, because this is a crazy news. Like, you don't really know if your wife will have a baby. So I was really concerned. But of course, as a Christian, you always need to do the right thing. You need to, like, the consequences doesn't matter. You need to do the right thing. So I told Jimmy we needed to have a conversation, and I told him what the doctor said. And I was really surprised, because Jimmy looked at me and he was like, why are you even worried? Like, I don't get that. The Lord told me that I needed to marry you, and he told me that we'll have kids. So I don't care if it's 15 years from now, if it's 5 years from now, I don't care. First of all, let's get married and let's enjoy our life. And I was already like, yes, he's the one, because not a lot of men thinks that way. And that was really, I was really like, I mean, I felt good, but I was still worried, because I mean, I want babies. So yeah. And then the doctor gave me some pills, and she wanted me to take the pills for 2 years. Crazy, right? For 2 years. So she was gonna like refill it every 6 months, and then after 2 years I was gonna have like some blood tests, and then she was gonna decide if I need to continue or stop the pills, and like what was gonna happen next, if I will be able to like start working on a baby or not after the 2 years period. So we didn't know. So fast forward, we got married, and I was supposed to start the pills in July, the end of July, after the wedding. So I did start the pill, and I think I started on July 30th, if I'm not mistaken. And around like August 5th, I started having dreams, and that was the exact same dreams for like, I had the same dream like 2 or 3 times, and it felt so real. I was like in a classroom, and the teacher was telling me that I'm taking some fake pills and that I'm believing a lie, but this is not for me. I need to stop taking those pills as soon as possible because it's not good. It's fake pills and it's doing something bad to my body. So I was just like, okay. I told Jimmy about the dream, and I was like, am I supposed to stop the medicines just because of a dream, or should I really believe in my God and believe that that dream was from him, and stop the pills? So I took the pills for like 10 days maybe, but I was really feeling, it was heavy in my heart. It was like, you need to stop the pills. Like somebody was screaming inside of me. And I was just like, I mean, I don't worship the devil, so this is God. This must be God. But it's crazy to just stop something because of a voice or a dream. So you really need to have discernment who is talking to you, because that was a hard decision. I was like, if I mess up and then I do something and it's not the Lord, then I'm gonna reap bad consequences. And I couldn't tell my doctor that I'll just stop the pills. So we prayed with Jimmy, we fasted, and then we also talked to some of our friends. We were praying with Nuria and Dan and Randy. So we'll have like prayers every Fridays, and we will pray really hard, like speaking in tongue. It was just the Spirit asking for direction. So also it's really important to have people that you can count on when you have hard time. We really had Randy, Dan, and Nuria. We would pray, like they'll just come to our apartment every Friday from maybe 7 to 10 p.m. and we'll just pray like crazy. And they were doing it for us. We were the one who needed directions. So you really need to have this type of people in your life. And it was really amazing. We had good time of prayer, and Jimmy and I decided that I will stop taking the pills. So I stopped. I took the pill for 10 days maybe, and then I stopped. And I was really worried because I was like, sometimes like I'll feel like, is it the right decision? And then I'll remind myself that the Lord told me something and I have to do that. I have to obey. So that's what I did. So yeah, we continued the prayer, and around like October, I got pregnant at the end of October, and I didn't even know that I was pregnant. So the Lord doesn't lie. Jimmy and I wanted to do our first mission trip together on Thanksgiving, because we really wanted to show God how thankful we were, and that's what we did. So when we came back from the study abroad, I started having dreams. The first dream was to go to the mailbox and get our insurance card. And we went to the mailbox and we saw the insurance card, and I was like, oh, okay. The second dream that I had was my mom telling me to make an appointment at my gynecologist's office. And I was like, okay. So I called them. I was like, I want an appointment. And they asked me, what do you want to do? I was like, just a checkup. And they were like, oh, you don't need to do any checkup here. You need to go to your physician. I'm like, no, I want to go to you guys. And they're like, we don't do checkups like that. And I was just like, I figured out like something for them to let me come. And I took the appointment on Friday. And that same day, that night, I had another dream where Jimmy's brother were telling Jimmy that his wife was pregnant. And when he told Jimmy that, Jimmy and I started laughing, and Jimmy told me they don't even know that we are also pregnant. And so when I wake up around like 12 p.m., Jimmy's brother calls Jimmy and tell him, hey. So when Jimmy's brother called him and told him, oh, by the way, my wife is pregnant, Gabby, now I'm scared of your dreams. Like every day there is something. It's crazy. And then after, we didn't really realize that in the dream I was also pregnant. And then like around 4 p.m. we just looked at each other, and Jimmy was like, so in the dream you were pregnant, right? And I was like, yeah. And we went to Publix. We got like maybe 5 pregnancy tests. We came home, and then I started peeing on all of them, and everything was like pregnant, positive. And we were just like, oh, okay. So when we got to the doctor on Friday, she asked, okay, what kind of checkup do you really want? And I told her, can you do a pregnancy test? So that's how everything started. And yeah, so the doctor did a pregnancy test and we got the result. It was positive. We were happy. We thought it was too early because we had a plan like 6 months, but then we were like, no, I mean, we don't care about the plan anymore. Like, God's timing is the best. I'm telling you, God's timing is the best. And then we took some blood tests to know like how far pregnant I was. And then they told us that I was 6 weeks pregnant. So when I was at the study abroad, I was already pregnant. I mean, sorry, not the study abroad, the mission trip with the church. I was already pregnant. I didn't know. I was running around in New York City, not knowing that I had a little baby in me. So that was crazy. And I just want to encourage somebody, and we serve a good God, like a big God. You don't know what he's capable of. He's amazing. So sometimes God's promises comes with a condition. I had another dream when the Lord told me not to hide, but also not to expose myself too much when I was pregnant, because I had a lot of attacks, and that is another subject. But so that's the reason why we decided not to post any like pictures of me pregnant, not posting anything on social media about my pregnancy or talking about it. But I'll see people that I know, like at church, I'll see them like anywhere, Walmart, and I was not hiding. Like, I'll come to you, say hello, and then you'll be like, oh, you're pregnant, oh, I didn't know. And I'm like, yeah, I don't really post things like that. So I was not hiding myself, like not going out at all. I was always out, but I was just not posting it on social media and stuff like that because I didn't think it was important for me. So the Lord didn't just give me a healthy pregnancy, but he gave me this cute baby. Huh? And the cute hubby right there. So yeah, you guys have a good day, and I love you guys so much. Mwah. Dis bye bye, Amelia. Dis bye bye. Dis bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bravo.